Hey guys, it's Splinterverse. In this video we're going to be playing the game Hex Shards of Fate, but the format is going to be Frostring Arena. And since this is our first video on the Frostring Arena, we're going to give kind of an intro and how it works, as well as a tour of the deck. I'll include timestamps in the description if you want to skip past the tour of the deck and go straight into the gameplay. We may not play all of the arena because it does take a while to get through the whole arena, but we'll play at least a few matches so that you can kind of see how the deck works. Alright, so since this is Frostring Arena, we're going to be able to use equipment, so we'll be talking about the equipment here. The champion we chose is Bishop Elijah. He starts with 21 health, but that's going to increase as you'll see. So we've got diamond shards. This is exclusively a diamond deck with some artifacts. We've got 16 diamond shards, 4 of the Well of Purpose to get, well, it's not exclusively diamond, I'm sorry, there's some sapphire, to get some sapphire and diamond going. Same here with sapphire and diamond options. Then you've got your Adaptatron, which you can spend your resources any number of ways to give him all kinds of buffs, and there's equipment on him that we're also using, so that we can give those buffs to other creatures with the adaptive Helm. And we've also got his second equipment, which there's a one-shot to give target troop life drain. So you can see we've got that over here in the head slot and the chest slot. So that's Cog of the Machine and adaptive Helm. And again, we'll have the full deck list and equipment list in the description of the video. Ivory Pawn. You can tap this to gain health, which is kind of a trigger that's needed here to play the combo we're going after. We've also got the Bleached Brooch on it, which is that when a troop enters play, it readies itself. So you can use it to gain health, and then it readies itself. So we've got the Bleached Brooch here in the trinket socket. Then we've got the Mimeobot, which creates 2 replicas of a troop in your hand and puts them into your deck, which is one of the tricks that we're using here, is to try to make a lot of our next card, which is the Ethereal Healer, which has life drain. And before the start of the game, if it's in your deck, you gain 1 health. So his starting health is 21, but because we have 4, we're going to bump up to 25. We've also got the equipment on this 2/3 creature, which is that it has the special ability for 1 diamond threshold. When you gain health, there's a 5% chance to put this from your deck or hand or crypt into play. And so since we're going to be tapping this Ivory Pawn and gaining health, and every time a troop comes out, readying it and being able to exhaust it again, as well as tricks like Mimeo to keep duplicating this card, and then Adamanthian Scrivener, which whenever a troop enters play under your control, you gain 1 health. We're going to just keep getting health and keep generating these and copying these and just overwhelming our opponent with this, as well as life gain. I will warn you, this is a lot of long matches with this deck, because it is kind of a slow burn, but once it gets going, it gets out of control for the opponent to deal with. So, Adamanthian Scrivener, when a troop enters play, you gain 1 health, but with the equipment we've got on it, the ink-stained gloves, you whenever a troop enters play, you gain 2 health. So we've got that in our glove slot. Then Oath of Valor, you pick a troop that you have, and each troop with that name gets +2/+2. So of course, since we're going to be multiplying our Ethereal Healers, we want to pick that and make them even more powerful. Then Righteous Paladin is an awesome card. When you gain health, it gets +1/+1. We're not using the equipment on this one, but it does have equipment if you wanted to use it. And then you've got Chimera Guard Officer. It's similar to the Ivory Pawn, although you have to spend 1 resource to do it. You can exhaust it to gain 1 health. And then Holy Ascension, at the start of your turn, if your health is at least twice your starting health, you void it and you transform into a totally different champion called Paragon of Righteousness. That's cool. And then Replicator's Gambit. We've got alternate arts in here of it, but it's the same card here. What's cool about this card is you you take a targeted troop that you have and you put it into your deck, and then it gets a deploy effect of summon 6 replicas. So that's awesome. So again, these Ethereal Healers are going to be popping out on their own because of the health gain that we have in here. And now with the Mirrorblade in our equipment slot here, we can put up to 6 of our troops in there, and each of those get the deploy create 6. So we're just going to get tons and tons of these ethereals. And then finally we have change course, which is letting you look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put 1 into your hand and the rest into your crypt. So another way to enable the deck and to get what we want going here. So I think we've talked about all of these. Yep, we've talked about all the equipment. So again, I'll list all this in the description so that you. Okay, so the Frostring Arena is 20 AI opponents, up to 20. You can skip this first tier of 5 if you want. And each opponent you defeat, you get a certain amount of rewards. It can be gold, it can be PvE cards, it can be equipment. So it's very lucrative to play this format. You can get up to 3 defeats before you basically have to cash out. And sometimes you get lucky and they remove some defeats. Each champion is different, so you want to look at their powers, etc. Alright, so let's go ahead and give it a whirl with our Ethereal Gambit deck. We're not going to play through the whole arena because that would be a really long video. We just want to kind of give you a chance to see how the deck plays. Alright, so our opponent is going first. Got a lot of stuff in my hand I don't need right away, so we'll try this hand instead. Okay, great. Play our Mimeobot first. We're going to select our Ethereal Healer because we want more copies of that in the deck. It says create 2 replicas of a troop in your hand and put them into your deck, so we want more of that. So we're going to go for the Sapphire here. That we need just 1 threshold of the Sapphire. Alright, so alright, we don't want to use that just yet. I'm going to put this down. Might as well attack with this. Okay, we got a discard, so we'll just get rid of one of our change courses here. Now, we're going to go ahead and play this again, hit target this, so we're going to create, we basically doubled the number we have in our deck. And then we're going to do this because, there we go, see, every time you gain health, you have the opportunity to get one of your Ethereal Healers on the board, and those have life drain. It just starts adding up. With replicators, we can basically put them back in the deck and get 6 copies when they come out, so it can just get out of control quickly. Oh, 2 copies. Okay. Ghastly exchange. Alright, so we can block. These are kind of dead at this point anyway, so. Alright. So her ability is to void a troop and gain health. And it gets +1/+1 if it comes out of her. Alright. So we want this guy down before attack, because when you gain health, he gets buffed like that. So see, we just caused more of these to come out. He got buffed. Okay, we could get that down. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get that down. So, Paragon of Righteousness. Cards you control have invincible. You summon an angel. I mean, it's just unbeatable, really. Alright, and there's nothing in our... Well, let's see, do we want... Yeah, let's get this guy, because he can enable us. I attack with all this. Look at all the ones we're getting. See, he's enabling us to get a lot of them. And we're gonna do this. So he has to block the 13 here. No, he didn't bother. Alright, so you're kind of seeing how it works. We'll play a couple more. And I will warn you, Frostring Arena is a lot of fun, but it also can be aggravating because some of the champions are very OP. They've got some annoying skills, but again, you get 3 or more defeats, and even if you just win one match, you're going to get some rewards. So just you know, keep hammering at it. Try different decks. So let's try mulliganing here for something a little better. Alright, this is good. So we got three enablers here, plus this guy to hold off. So see his ability, gain 1 health. When you gain health, a random troop in your deck gets +1/+1. Gonna get our single sapphire here. Play another enabler here. And see, already we've got one. We're not attacking with him, we need to keep him alive, he's an enabler. So I'm gonna put this down because it's an enabler first. We don't need to block, we're gaining so much life, it doesn't matter. You want to get an Adaptatron down here. I'm going to give it self-life drain, even though it's 0 life or 0 attack, it will get more later. So we'll attack with this. Because the life drain off of these is also an enabler. Every time you gain life, you can potentially you have a 5% chance of putting one of these on the board. I could play this and buff that thing, but I want to put another enabler down. Okay, now even though it's not going to deal damage to the champion, it is going to enable us, potentially, to get another one. Aw. Our poor Adaptatron. That's a good card. Alright, so you want to fire those off. You'll see they will keep... Oops. Sometimes you can't get them both off before one of the guys comes into play here. Yep, see? It's just endless. Because he has the equipment that every time a creature enters, or a troop enters the battlefield, he gets... So we're popping this before he resolves, because they're gonna right themselves when. So you got to be quick on the draw with these guys if you're playing this deck. See, we're at 63 health. This, as I said, this is kind of a slow, slow burn deck here. Let's go ahead and play this. Buffing all of our guys. And we don't have anything really worth bringing back into our hand here. So now we will attack with all of these, which they themselves are enablers. Now we might want to bring... we can't. Okay, we can't bring the Ethereal. It's only 2 of us, so only works on Adaptatrons and these little guys. Why is it attacking with that? But sometimes the AI in this format does not make the best choices. It does sometimes, but... Alright, so there's nothing in our crypt that we want. We'll play a change course. Wow, lovely. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's give him Skyguard. Do this. Give him Steadfast so he can also start attacking. Although at this point it's kind of pointless. He's gonna die here. No. We'll see. Dead. Exactly 0. What's even more fun is when you get the Replicator's Gambit going. So we've got 2 wins, and you can see we're already starting to earn rewards. We've got 2 of these and 0 chests. You get the chest from completing a section, I think. Okay, we're gonna go first. Need more resources. Alright. not particularly looking forward to multiple copies of these things, so we're gonna just hold those till we get an ethereal in our hand, or we're desperate for a body down there. So he's got a speed 1/1. Okay. Get our blue here. We put down him first instead of our Ivory Pawn just because we're already taking damage here. We'll put this down next. Can we do anything here? Yeah, we can give it. He has to attack with that, so. Okay, don't want to play that till we get our ethereals here. So he's a good resource sink, so we're going to give him alright, he's got life drain, so we're going to go ahead and attack. Because that can enable us as well. Put him down before doing this because he does get triggered by it. And there we go. So we're going to put this on him. Although we have a lot of good targets for this. He's dead here. Again, these champions in this first tier are easier though, so you know, we've already gotten a gold pouch. We got 2 more. We'll probably play through this first tier and then 1 into the harder tier, just so you can see how the deck performs against a harder tier. I've gotten all the way through with this deck before, but again, it's not about getting all the way through. You can still get a lot of good stuff without that. We need more resources, unfortunately, because everything in that hand was good. Okay, we'll try this, even though it's not the best hand here. So this. Okay. Let's get this down. Put that down first because with the equipment it triggers when he plays a troop as well as when I play a troop. So, and you got to remember to pop your Ivory Pawn before you play a troop. So we'll get our single sapphire that we need here. We'll pop this. Oops. There we go. We already created a troop. Let's pop it again. Well, let's put down a second one. We'll pop these. Now we get our Chimera down. Pop them again. There we go. See, we've gotten 2, and we're going to continue popping these Ivory Pawns. As soon as they ready themselves, you want to pop them because something could happen that would have caused them to ready again. So I do like to... Alright, instead of doing that, I'm going to get down a second one, because it'll pop all these. Doesn't matter that he can block these, because the gaining life of them enables as well. So next turn we're going to put this down. The Replicators is good to use, but you want to make sure you have a bunch of Ethereals in play first. And see, we're at 48. So we don't even need to block. Always choose your Ethereal Healer. Don't even play that card if you don't have it out. Tapping all these now because, again, it's going to... triggered again potentially by these guys attacking and doing their life drain damage. So no, we didn't trigger any there, but that's okay. So now we only had 4 copies of our little guys here, so let's hopefully show you what happens when we'll trigger it here with the Replicators. Nope. Well, we might trigger it off of this. You can see the one in our crypt flashing because it has a chance of coming to play as well. Alright, so there we go. Won't attack because we just die. Change course, see if we can get, okay, we'll take that. I mean, stubborn little Ethereal Healers here. Need the one there we go. That's what I wanted you to see. The Replicator's Gambit has now made multiples of those, so yes, we're going to attack. No, actually we're not, because he has enough to Now we're popping these just for the health at this point because we don't have any more in our deck. Now next turn we'll attack with all of them. And the fastest way to do that is to hit F4 when it's combat time. And then remove the ones that you don't want to attack with. There we go. So far a perfect tier. And the last one in the tier is typically harder. It's typically because each of the champions has an elite and a non-elite version. You're usually going against an elite at the end, but not always. It's nice to have a Mimeobot plus an Ethereal, because on turn 1 you're creating 2 more. Put him down before this because he's going to get benefits off of the Ivory Pawn. So let's look at what she does here. Destroy target troop. At the start of your turn, gain 1/1 and gain a charge, then gain a random threshold. Alright, we're gonna... See, that was the right move because we could have played that, but we got that right away. Okay. So likely the target for this is going to be this guy because he's getting so big. Sometimes the AI makes weird decisions, so we're going to play this. Without everything here. He's dead next turn. Doesn't really matter what we play next, but we'll go ahead and do this. Oh, I should have done my Ivory Pawn first, but it's fine. We don't care if it goes to the graveyard or the crypt because it can come back out. Our opponent didn't even get to the 8 charges to destroy anything yet. See, that one took it out of our hand. these speed, but it's fine. We haven't gotten our blue yet, our sapphire, so we can't. Alright. So F4, remove the two guys we don't want to attack with, and away we go. And we ended with 59 health. So you see we got our first tier done. Boss win, perfect tier bonus, gold pouch. Perfect tier up here. So we'll go ahead and do the Tormented Locksmith. And then that'll be it for this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. We'll try to do some additional Frostring Arena videos with different decks. We have a lot of Frostring decks from over the years that are a lot of fun to play. You almost can't get a bad hand other than never getting your sapphire like the last round. Get your sapphire. Get your enabler down. And then check your controls, but mine's F8 to skip to the end of the turn. It's really helpful in this format. I just used it there. Oh, I shouldn't have used it there because I could have tapped this again. Alright, let's see. Put him down first because he's going to get buffed. And that's the end of F8 to the end of the turn. You always want to sink it into the most expensive thing if you can't, you know, if you can, because it adds up. Even though we haven't triggered any Ethereal Healers yet, you can see that we're getting some good buffs on this guy. Don't want to play Oath until we have an Ethereal out, so we'll try to trigger it here. Yep, we did. Alright, now we'll play Oath. Triggered another one. Replicators on that. With replicators, I could have put multiples of these in. So I could have put 2 of them in my deck that way, but I wanted to have at least one still on the board. I could have put multiple. Any number of troops. knew he would kill that, but that's okay. Each troop he's playing, he's risking triggering the one that's going to summon 6. And he's buffing our guy. The life drain on this guy, there's no reason, and steadfast, there's no reason not to attack. It's gonna avoid this card. He's now the unlocked aberration, by the way. So all of his troops are unblockable, but we're at 53 health, so it's not really that much of a threat. Another change. Okay. Let's get this as another enabler here. Yep, there we go. Play this because it's gonna trigger. Remember, there's one in here that can summon 6 copies, so if we get it, it'll be a lot. I don't know why he didn't attack with this 27 unblockable. But now we've transformed, so we can spend 1 and summon an angel, and everything is invincible. I should have, before I summoned an angel, I should have popped those. So now we can kill, oh, everything it's got is unblockable, I guess, so it doesn't matter. These are invincible, so we'll just attack. Because we got life drain off of that. I should be showing you his cards here. So he's got this, this annoying thing, this one, and you saw this one earlier. Alright. It's annoying. Impressive Ice keeps stunning stuff. Good shit self. Could give it to one of our guys, but it's alright. As I said, these higher tiers get harder, so that's why we're not immediately. Doesn't matter. I don't know why he's not. He's got an unblockable 48. Could have killed us in 2 turns. So the yeah, and then I don't know why things are staying tapped. There's got to be one of these probably has an ability that's causing it, but it's all right. Oh, it's because of her. That's right. And I don't have necessarily any removal in this deck. So he took us down to 7. If he'd been attacking all along, he would have been fine. Yep, so now we got our Replicator's Gambit version. So what I'm hoping to do here is wait, let's see. No. Okay, how many does he have any flyers? No, he doesn't. So I think I can kill him with just this guy. Yeah, he didn't hold back any flyers. Yeah, and this is unblockable, so we'll go with this. Yep. So a little trickier, but we did it. So that'll do it for our life drain, Ethereal Healer, Ivory Pawn, etc. deck. So it's called the Ethereal Gambit because you do want to use the Replicator's Gambit on the Ethereal Healer. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel, please like the video, and let us know in the comments any thoughts you have. And until next time, happy hexing.